Today is our second St. Patrick's Day during the pandemic, but while it's far from a normal celebration, it's definitely an improvement from last year. New York City's 260-year tradition marched on today. It was a small but still significant parade. For the second year in a row, no crowds were allowed because of COVID concerns. And in a sign of normalcy, Irish pubs are back in action right now. They've been waiting a year for this day after they were shut down this time last year. News 4's Gus Rosendale live for us on the Upper East Side. We hear the music. Gus.
Yes, and Natalie, you can see the fun. We're live here at Donahue's. Been in business since 1950, so they've been able to celebrate more than 70 St. Patrick's Day over the many years, so they get it. But what's new this year, of course, outdoor dining, social distancing, and everybody wearing masks when they're walking around. However, the tradition continues.
The closest thing we had to a parade this year, Mayor de Blasio leading the Fighting 69th down Fifth Avenue before sunrise.
Nice to see you all.
They were met by Cardinal Dolan outside St. Patrick's Cathedral, who reflected on a day that always offers perspective for all New Yorkers.
That's a great sense of hope. Hope has always been a part of the Irish people, so we're not giving up. Next year will be bigger than ever, don't you think?
Christ be beside me.
A private mass inside the cathedral, along with social distancing and masks, all new to us barely a year ago. The parade, postponed for the first time last year, was a virtual event this year. It usually draws millions to Midtown. Quite a few of those spectators usually end up at Sean's on 48th Street. In past years, a packed pub. But plenty of elbow room this time around, with capacity capped at 35%.
We're doing everything that we can, but just more socially distanced and trying to be as safe as possible. And it's a just subdued version of what the chaos normally is.
But Dardo Simone and his pals from Freeport, Long Island are still here. For more than 3 decades, they've made the trip to Midtown, lighting candles for loved ones at the cathedral. Honoring loss, celebrating life.
It's a little bit bittersweet, but we're happy to make it and making the trip in. So a long history of doing this, and then, like I said, with bittersweet tears, unfortunately.
And when you talk about history, the parade postponed for the first time last year, the first time that's happened since 1762. Remember, this is an event older than the country itself, and the hope is that it is back next year bigger and better than ever. We're live on the Upper East Side. I'm Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York.